Hi folks, it's Tracy T. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beaded vine bangle. It's made from leather and seed beads and a little bit of wire. And you just kind of slide it on. It'd be cute to stack several of them. So to get started, we just need 3 supplies. You're going to need 18 inches of 22 gauge wire. You can do whatever finish you like. I'm going to do the antique brass. And 18 inches of leather. We've got a lot of bright, yummy colors that are great for summer. I'm going to do mine with aqua. And then some 11/0 seed beads. And I thought the white might pair well with the aqua for summer. So to get started, I'm going to dump some of my seed beads out here. And basically we're going to double the leather on itself, and we'll be wrapping where it crosses. So before you start wrapping, you want to sort of gauge if that size is going to be good for you. I think that'll be good. And getting it started is the tricky part, because right now it could shift on you. So I'm going to use a little bit of the tail from the wire, just so I've got something to hold on to. I'm going to line it up with my fingers. And I'm going to start coiling around all 3 pieces of leather. And you want to try to get it a nice, tight, even coil, just because that's going to look nice. Neat. So 5 or 6 times around. It's going to give you a nice little binded edge. Kind of like that. If you have a little extra leather, as long as it fits, that's okay. We can trim that afterwards, and we're going to trim this extra wire too. Actually, we could go ahead and trim this first side just to get an idea. They'll always be just a little bit sticking up, so take your chain nose and work that down. So now we're ready to do the beaded part. So basically, you're going to string seed beads till you get tired of it. And then we will start coiling. And I recommend using the wire itself to pick up your beads. It's going to be easier than trying to pick up a tiny little bead with your fingers and then trying to find the hole, because your fingers are just so much bigger. You're going to have to pick it up and rotate it. So you might as well just load a few straight onto the wire and then push them down. So like I said, just string as many seed beads as you can stand. And I'm not going to make you watch me do that part. And then we will do the coiling. So I've strung seed beads till I got tired of doing it. This is probably 6 or 7 inches worth. And the tricky part is you just don't want them to come shooting off the end. So you want to keep them pushed up. And when you're wrapping it through, always lead with the wire. You could always, because we're probably not going to use the whole length anyway, put a nice kink at the end while you're doing this part, and then at least your beads won't come shooting off. So you don't have to worry about holding on to the end of them. You just have to worry about pushing them down when you get to that section of coiling. So just take your time. You're going to keep pushing them down and coiling them around until you run out of beads. I've finished coiling my seed beads to create my little decorative bit, and I'm ready to coil the other edge of my leather together. So this is going to work a lot like the first side. So you're going to just try to tightly coil, make sure it's going around all 3 strands of leather. This side's a little easier because you already have all this other wire to hold on to. And then just however many wraps you did on the first side, you can do that many on this side. And you'll trim it. And trim a little bit of your extra leather. You want just a little bit to stick out. And work down any little edges with your chain nose pliers that you need to. And then you've got your own cute little bangle. And it'll just kind of roll over your hand. It'd be fun to make them as like a whole colorful set. Enjoy!